Thank you for being here today on this beautiful San Francisco day. My name is Zack Bodner. I'm the president and CEO of the Oshman Family Jewish Community Center in Palo Alto. It is a great pleasure to see 5,000 people out here today. 5,000 or more. Truly remarkable. And as Daniel said, perhaps one of the most remarkable pieces about this is this was completely organized by a handful of volunteers. This was not done by the organized Jewish institutions. This was done, in the words of Natan Sharansky, as the Soviet Jewry effort was done by students and housewives. So kol hakavod, and thank you to the volunteers and the grassroots in this community. We have some remarkable leaders who are going to be addressing you here today. You're going to hear from San Francisco Mayor London Breed. You're going to hear from California Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis. You're going to hear from feminist icon Sheryl Sandberg. You're going to hear from State Senator Scott Wiener. You're going to hear from District Attorney Jeff Rosen. And JCRC President Jan Riker. An activist, Samantha Ettus. Tech CEO, Poen Deshpande. An activist, Amy Albertson. And the wrap-up tonight is going to be from our Israeli Consul General, Ambassador Marco Sermonetta. But in order for you to not have to be here till midnight, there are a handful of other incredible VIPs who I want to welcome here that will not be addressing you, but they have been brave, courageous soldiers on behalf of the Jewish people. And I want to thank Congressman Shri Tanadar from Michigan for being here. I want to thank State Senator Josh Becker for being here. Our good friend, State Assemblyman Mark Berman, thank you for being here. We have the Mayor of Novato, Mark Milberg, with us today. The Mayor of El Cerrito, Tessa Rudnick, is here. Santa Clara County Supervisor Susan Ellenberg is with us. San Francisco County Supervisor Myrna Melgar. Menlo Park City Council Member Jen Wallison. Former Mayor of Oakland, Libby Schaff. Menlo Park School Board President Francesca Segre. And I'm sure there are many other elected officials and candidates who are here. I apologize if I forgot to mention you, but thank you for being with us. Finally, we are joined by dozens of rabbis and religious leaders, clergy of all faiths, and I want to thank in particular Reverend Amos Brown, pastor of the Third Baptist Church of San Francisco and president of San Francisco NAACP. Finally, Father Kevin Kennedy from St. Mary's Cathedral, thank you for being with us today. Okay, I'm going to be your MC, but before I invite our first speaker, Mayor Breed, I want to say something that puts us in the presence of being here. You all know why we're here. We're here to condemn the world's oldest form of hatred, which seems to have reared its head once again. But this is not only to condemn anti-Semitism. It's a celebration of Jewish pride at the same time. That's why we're here. Am Yisrael Chai. But friends, it seems crazy to me. The world seems to have lost its mind. We've seen this ugly cancer spreading. What happens in Russia when hundreds of people storm an airport to kill Jews who've arrived on a plane from Tel Aviv? In Turkey, you're seeing the major daily newspaper running op-eds calling for the government to invalidate the citizenship of every Turkish Jew. In Italy, protesters say, open the borders so we can kill the Jews. In Germany, in Belgium, in England, they are stopping terrorist attacks against Jews. And lest you think that is just happening across the ocean, let's talk about what's happening here. In the United States of America, in the 21st century, we have an outpouring of anti-Semitism that we can't even get our arms around. You're seeing the FBI saying there's a 400% increase in anti-Semitism since October 7th. We're seeing in our city councils and our school boards them passing hate-filled resolutions. Our elected officials, the brave men and women who are here today, stand up for Israel. They stand up for Jews. They stand up against hatred. And what happens to them? They're doxxed. They're followed. They're intimidated. The same thing is happening to our college students in our schools and on our college campuses. You heard Daniel talk about what happened in Berkeley last week. They smashed the halls in Zellerbach Playhouse to get to the Jews inside. The AJC says 1/4 of kids on college campuses today are afraid to wear their Jewish material for fear of showing who they are, their identity. The AJC says 44% of Jewish college kids have faced anti-Semitism. 44%, almost a half of our kids in the 21st century in America. That's unacceptable. We need to say enough is enough.